It gives me immense pleasure to share among you all that our Director of Animal Personality from Technology World and CEO of Education has joined us. May I request you all to kindly extend a warm welcome to our respected dignitaries by giving standing ovation. Thank you everyone. Kindly take your seats. A very beautiful and blessed morning to all the respected dignitaries, delegates and dear students. ऐ जिंदगी मुश्किलों के सदा हल दे, थक ना जाए हम फुर्सत के कुछ पल दे। दुआ है दिल से आप सबको सुखद आज और इससे भी बेहतर कल दे। On behalf of Department of Computer Science and Applications, Maharishi Dayanand University, and Organizing Committee for National Conference on Computational Intelligence and Data Science 23, it is my profound privilege to welcome you all to this most awaited National August Gathering. It's an honor for me to extend our heartfelt gratitude to welcome our eminent chief guest, Professor Rajbir Singh, Vice Chancellor, Maharishi Dayanand University, who spared these moments to bless and motivate us. Sir, your gracious presence sparked a new energy in Team DCSA. We welcome you, sir. It's my pleasure to extend heartiest welcome to our intellectual keynote speakers, Professor P.S. Grover, Delhi University, Professor M.N. Hoda, sir, Director, Bharati Vidyapeeth, New Delhi. With folded hands, we welcome you, sir. I also extend a warm welcome to Professor A.K. Rajan, Dean, International Academic Affairs, Advisor to Vice Chancellor, Director of Center for Curriculum Design and Development, and most important, Director Chaudhry Ranveer Singh Institute of Social and Economic Change, who acted as Mudra Kosh, our strong support to shape this event NCC IDS 23. Thank you so much, sir, and we welcome you. May I take this opportunity to welcome our galaxy of distinguished guests of honor, Professor Pradeep Kumar Bhatia, Professor Rahul Rishi, Professor Dr. Jitendra Malik, Professor Anita, Dr. Seema, Dr. Pradeep Tomar, Dr. Sunil Sikka, Dr. Vishal sir and Sunil Sikka sir. We welcome you all, who will also act as technical session chair for whole day and will share their expertise among all of us. We are fortunate enough to have among us Professor A.S. Man, Dean, College Development Council. We welcome you, sir. I also welcome respectable and distinguished heads, faculty members of different departments, Bharati News media partner, for giving this honor to Team DCSA. I am also delighted to welcome all the delegates who joined us today, coming long way from different parts of states and regions, giving this true meaning to this NCC IDS 23. We welcome you all. I wish, as Organizing Secretary of NCC IDS 23, that we will come up to your expectations, and it's an honor to host such event that brings together the brightest minds under one single roof. I also welcome all my dear students to witness and learn these memorable moments that will help you to carve your career. Rituals is the passageway of the soul into the infinity. As per our rich and proud culture and tradition, before moving ahead, let's pray Ma Saraswati for her blessings by kindling the lamp of knowledge, wisdom, and prosperity. To strengthen this event with her blessings, may I request our Honorable Chief Guest and honorable dignitaries for lighting of diyas before Goddess of Learning.
ईश्वर देवा ईशान
Thank you so much, sir. Now, may I request the August gathering to kindly rise on their seats for University Kulji, a symbol of regard and respect for our prestigious temple of learning, that is Maharishi Dayanand University. Thank you so much. Kindly take your seats. Happiness radiates with the freshness of plants. So to make this wonderful day more amazing, I will request Professor Rajveer Singh, Vice Chancellor, to present symbol of gratitude to our honorable keynote speaker, Professor P.S. Grover, a very respectable person for all of us. Now may I request Professor Rajveer Singh sir to present a token of regard to our honorable keynote speaker, Professor M.N. Hoda sir, a big name in IT world, for his special presence. Now may I request Professor A. Smal sir, Dean, College Development Council, to present token of regard to our honorable chief guest, Professor Rajveer Singh sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now, to express our gratitude and thankfulness to all our dignitaries who are among us to make this event more graceful with their presence, may I request Professor Sumit Gill, sir, to present a token of regard to Dr. Vishal, sir. May I request Professor Pradeep Alawat sir to give an honor to Professor A.K. Rajan sir. May I request Professor Satish Malik sir to present a token of regard to Dr. Sunil Sekka. May I request Dr. Preeti Sharma, Department of Computer Science, to welcome Dr. Seema. Thank you so much, ma'am. May I request Ma'am Amrinder to welcome Professor Anita. May I request Professor A.S. Mansar to give the laurel to Professor Rahul Kataria, who has joined us today. Thank you so much, sir. May I request Dr. Balkishan to welcome Dr. Anupam Bhatia, sir. May I request Dr. Sandeep Dalal to welcome Professor Rahul Rishi. May I request Professor Rahul Rishi, sir, to welcome Dr. Jitendra Malik. May I request Dr. Gopal Singh to welcome Dr. Pradeep Tomar. May I request Dr. Balkishan sir to welcome Professor O.P. Sangwan. It's my pleasure to request Madam Dr. Preeti Sharma to welcome Professor Pradeep Kumar Bhatia. On behalf of organizing committee NCC IGS 23, we express our heartfelt thanks to all the dignitaries who made this event an actual mega event. दुआएं रद्द नहीं होती जनाब, बस बेहतरीन वक्त पर कबूल होती हैं. Challenges are what make life interesting. Achieving them is what make it meaningful. So keeping these words as motivating force and inspiration in our mind, we DCSA team took this challenge to organize this mega event, that is National Conference on Computational Intelligence Data Science 23, after a long waiting period due to pandemic COVID-19, to provide a platform to all the young researchers for sharing and exchanging their intellectual thoughts to serve the society. We worked hand in hand with a wish that you all may have a wonderful experience during your stay with us today. Thank you so much. May I take an opportunity to welcome Professor A.K. Rajan sir, a name behind big achievements for Maharishi Dyanand University. He is serving MDU under different capacities, so let's put our hand together to welcome Professor A.K. Rajan sir for his work on this.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning, sir. Professor Rajveer Singh, Vice Chancellor, MDU University, Rohtak, the Chief Guest of this National Conference on Computational Intelligence and Data Science, our respected keynote speaker, Professor P.S. Grover, and esteemed resource person and keynote speaker, Professor M.N. Hoda. I welcome on the behalf of Chaudhary Ranbir Singh Institute and the university for gracing this occasion, and I am extremely grateful to both of you to contribute to the growth of Department of Computer Science and Application for the last 2 decades. Your valuable mentoring has played a very tremendous role in the growth of this department as well as the university. I congratulate Professor N.S. Gill, his dedicated team, and I also extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries, resource persons who are gracing this occasion and will share their word of wisdom with participants and the students of this university. I also welcome my learned colleagues from MD University, the various deans, directors, heads, professors, and faculty members. This kind of workshop is relevant not only to the students and the faculty of computer science, but it is also quite relevant to people like me, who is not the student of computer science, but always a beneficiary of computer science. I am fond of reading, and when I buy a book from Amazon will tell me, or will guide me, a number of related books which have been purchased by the readers of similar books. My wife is interested in doing online shopping, especially with regard to ethnic wears, ethnic suits and sarees. And she always gets recommendations from the various sites. I think data science is working well. So there is no part of the life which is untouched by data science. And the experts they say that the future of artificial intelligence is data science. Since I'm owning the responsibility of one another center for curriculum design and development, I could see that there is lot of interventions and benefit which data science and computational discipline can provide to the field of higher education. Not only in field of assessment and examinations, but in every aspect of e-governance as well as educational management, even in the domain of social skills and behavioral skills. The role of data science is needed. I take this opportunity to share one more thing. Over a period of more than 3 decades of my academic career, I've seen that the departments they are having a syllabus and focus is on completing that particular syllabus. And many times we make the course content so voluminous that the students they just start cramming all these things and real learning will not take place. But now the time has come that you cannot teach each and every concept to the students. The knowledge landscape is changing very rapidly. And our syllabus can never be contemporary. So that is why National Education Policy has focused on one thing, that less teaching and more understanding. So there is need that we shift from what to think, what to read, to how to think. So as a teacher, it becomes a responsibility that we nurture the creativity of the students and focus on the basic concept rather than try to cover everything in the syllabus and make it so heavy that the students they get fed up. So the first principles of every discipline, they are the basic things. And if we focus on that, then the students can be given freedom that they can learn on their own. Because self-learning, it requires to be promoted, and that is why the best universities in the world, their teaching is good because they produce good researches. And these researches because they teach their students how to think. They teach their students where to see, not what to see. So if we focus on these things, then our quality of teaching and quality of research will improve. Though personally I am very poor in mathematics, but I believe in one of my favorite authors, Naval Ravikant, who is an entrepreneur and philosopher. He says that there are two basic disciplines in the world. One is philosophy and other is mathematics. They should be taught from the beginning, and if the students they learn these two subjects, every subject will become relevant and they can find comfortable in all these subjects. So again, I congratulate Professor Gill and I am thankful to Professor Rajbir Singh, Vice Chancellor, for creating an environment where almost every day the academic seminars, conferences, they are being organized. And the issue is that how the students, their orientation towards academic activities must enhance, as well as they should try to think themselves and they should decide what they need to think rather than they should be baptized at what to think. Thank you so much.
Thank you. When I'm saying this,
So much, sir, for your kind words and strong support. By taking the privilege from words of wisdom from Professor Rajan, I want to share among you all that intellects from different domains like mathematics, physics, chemistry always talk about their strength, about their history. But I proudly want to share that we, the people from computer science and information technology, are the youngest one. Our domain is youngest among all. But yes, truly, today, we are the strongest. We are providing services, we are providing strength to all other domains. So proudly, I want to share that computer science, information technology, there is no domain which is untouched. So, with permission of sir, can we have a round big of applause for information technology and computer science? Kindly congratulate yourself to be part of it. Thank you so much. Now it's time to enlighten us about the theme, essence of this national conference, NCCIGS 23, by the one whose endless guidance, support and efforts always motivated us and guided us to make an event, an actual incredible event. So join me to welcome Professor Naseeb Singh Gill, sir, Head Department of Computer Science, for theme of conference.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pooja. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Rajbir Singh, Chief Guest of this national conference. Our proud speakers of this national conference, Professor P.S. Gruber, Professor M.N. Huda, my senior colleague, Professor Rajbir Singh on the dais, off the dais, all fellow head of the departments, senior professors from all different universities who have kindly consented to be part of this great event. And all my fellow colleagues from administration, from academia, Professor Mann, Professor Erawat, Dr. Stacey, Dr. Smith Gill, all fellow researchers and all dear students. Indeed, it is a proud moment for Department of Computer Science to witness this great event in the presence of the luminaries on the dais, headed by our chief guest, our leader, administrator, facilitator, Professor Rajbir Singh, under whose guidance this university is flourishing leaps and bounds on all fronts. Above all, we are also blessed to have a wonderful, gracious presence of our two most senior researchers, academicians, leaders, administrators, Professor P.S. Grover and Professor M.N. Huda. And I'm reminded of the time when this department was founded in the year 1990. And me and Professor Sheila, when we joined this department, as a founder member of Department of Computer Science of this university, when we looked around, there was no one for us to guide us that how to initiate our research. So it was only Professor P.S. Grover, who was at the helm of affairs at Delhi University as head of the department, who humbly blessed us and agreed to guide our research. And this is all the results are in all what we all the students, our faculty members. So this is all because of you. And if I have to talk, when Professor Rajveer Singh sir, whenever he conducts meetings in the university, all the times talks of researcher and our faculty relationship. So we have lived that relation when Professor and Mrs. Grover used to serve even food on Sundays and holidays at home for we as scholars. So I think we enjoyed and that kind of privilege, and we have grown in that. So this is what we are trying to nurture in our department too. Professor M. N. Huda, who is a person, I think I can't think. Can we believe that more than 12,000 research papers to a conference, out of which more than I think 1,200 IEEE conference recently on 15, 16 and 17 March he conducted, and a series of international conference he has been conducting. So we have always been a big inspiring force for all of us. And so believe me, on a single request, they so humbly consented to be part of this event. I think that is a blessing for all of us, all our students, all our scholars, and our different generation of our PhD scholars, that we always will remember this proud presence. Sir, as far as this conference is concerned, the idea conceived, it was all because of my entire committee team, which works all together day and night. And how the theme was arrived at the final stage, what we are witnessing today, if you are reminded of that when electricity, though electricity was not invented, but when we say it was discovered, at that point of time, I'm talking about years, 16th century. But yes, supplemented by our two main scientists, that is Franklin and Faraday. Today, what we are witnessing all around, artificial intelligence is the new electricity of the present times. And it was all attributed by Andrew Ng, who is the CEO of Google Brain, and which is a subsidiary wing of Google. And data is the new oil, as indicated in 2016 by Clive Humby. And what we are looking today, how the data universe is growing. You won't believe, in the year 2020, the size of the digital universe, it was 44.4 gigabyte. When I'm saying gigabyte is 2 to the power 70. You can look at the volume. And today, it is more than 120 gigabytes. It means every 2 years, the size of the digital universe is doubling. So that was the motivation for us, that we could arrive at the theme of the conference and meticulously the coverage of the different aspects that we wanted to cover as a part of this event. And so, about different researchers from 8 to 9 states they are representing, and more than 154 papers they have been finally selected to be published in the form of our proceedings with our ISBN number. If you are talking about that how the event goes and how we are moving, so it is all the inspiration all for all our students who are just innovating and who are advancing further. So we also, sir, would like to indicate that in the initial times when we were having dearth of our research facilities, it is all our visionary Vice Chancellor who, in the name of different research promotion schemes, as well as creating our research resources access. We have a great librarian, Dr. Steve Malik, who all the times live for all the students, even at any point of time, maybe the different books, maybe the access to the different resources, and it is all open to the different students. Even our students who are enrolled even for our pre-PhD course right now, they all have our this MDU domain access and they are accessing all our resources. Sir, because when we have our two main speakers, all inspired under the aegis and leadership of Professor Rajbir Singh, I have to say thank you all, and to make this event a memorable, your presence and the presence of our luminaries on the dais, that is very inspiring, and we assure you, sir, we will keep this our research culture pushing, which will ultimately lead in terms of certain innovations as well as patents and our high quality publication. With all these words, I again welcome you and thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
This NCC IDS 23 is more than a conference to the team DCSA. It's a festival of oneness, knowledge, strength, and happiness too. So wholeheartedly, we are very thankful to Professor Naseeb Singhal sir and Professor Rajendra Singh Chiller sir for giving us this opportunity to celebrate this festival in our department. Thank you so much, sir. अपने हौसलों के बल पर हम अपनी प्रतिभा दिखा देंगे, भले कोई ना दे हमको, हम खुद अपना वंश बना लेंगे। जो कहते खुद को सितारा है, जगमगाकर उनके सामने ही चमकने देंगे उनको भी, और सूरज खुद को बना लेंगे। So these words truly signifying our next keynote speaker, Professor M.N. Hoda sir. My words always come too short when we talk about Professor Hoda sir. So we welcome you for your words of wisdom.
Good morning to all of you. It's my privilege to be amongst you this August gathering. Honorable Vice Chancellor of this esteemed university and Chief Guest of the inaugural function of the conference. A very senior professor and for us a fatherly figure, Professor P.S. Grover sir. My two very dear friends from the department, Professor Naseeb Singhal, the head of the department, Professor Rajendra Singh Chiller. Very eminent professors from this esteemed institution and the universities across the country amongst the audience, faculty colleagues from this institution, this department, authors from various parts of the country and their most students. At the outset, let me congratulate the department for having organized this conference, and not only this conference, close to this last one decade, year after year, continuing the series of the conference. So a big round of applause for the entire organizing committee. How much efforts are required to organize such conferences? This question, if you ask to such people who keep on organizing conferences, will tell you. It takes blood and sweat out of the team members who work day and night. But हमेशा कहा जाता है that efforts, honest efforts, always bring lovely face, and that's how I say that जो सफर की शुरुआत करते हैं वही दरिया को पार करते हैं। जो सफर की शुरुआत करते हैं वही दरिया को पार करते हैं, क्योंकि अच्छे मुसाफिर का तो रास्ते भी इंतजार करते हैं। ऐसे ही मुसाफिर है ये ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस। Department of Computer Science and Application is not some new department to me. Close to since last 1.5 decade, I am closely associated with this department. Keep interacting with teachers, with the faculty members, and they are doing an excellent job in today's changing environment, my dear friends. Dear friends, when I travel in the length and breadth of the country and interact with the people, various experts, students, teachers keep asking me that this is the Google age. What is the need of organizing such conferences, asking people to travel from so far distances at one place? I reply to them, yes, huge advancement has been. Yes, it's the Google age. And because of all these advancements, it is possible that one computer can do the job of 1,000 many people put together. But despite all these advancements, even 1,000 many computers put together cannot do the job of one extraordinary person, and that's the purpose of this conference. A big round of applause for the entire organization. The purpose of such conferences are to bring those extraordinary people at one platform under one roof, to foster collaborations, to ensure that effective researches are happening and the people are interacting for the purpose of finding better and better solutions for the most complex problem. That's the purpose of these conferences. So despite all advancement, these conferences will keep on happening, and I became very happy when departments keep on organizing conferences, and that too in a sustainable manner. And that's how I always say that आशियाने से बढ़कर है फिक्रे चमन. आशियाना घर को कहते हैं और चमन अपने वतन अपने मुल्क को कहते हैं, अपनी फैटर्निटी को. कि आशियाने से बढ़कर है फिक्रे चमन. आशियाना तो फिर बना लेंगे हम. एक उम्मीद की लौ सलामत रहे, हमने दिया यहाँ जलाया है, तो एक उम्मीद की लौ सलामत रहे, 100 दिए से जला लेंगे. As a student of computer science, I am aware of the fact that in last almost 50 years, the kind of the change with which the computer science has gone, no other discipline of education has seen that kind of tremendous change. And not only this, as a student of computer science with conscious understanding, I always say that there is nothing constant on this earth except change. Let's accept changes up front, otherwise the changing ecosystem will change us. And that's how around 1.5 decades ago, all of you might be aware that there was a Nokia feature phone. The phone was so robust, so popular, that carrying that phone was a matter of pride, the way nowadays we carry iPhone and become proud. But if I ask you this question now, that how many of you have Nokia feature phone now in this hall? Any hand? How many hands, please? Oh, none. कुछ तो होंगे दो चार. Did we realize where we went wrong? A product which had 80% plus market share, a product which was so robust in terms of its quality, a product carrying of which was a matter of brand, matter of pride, it can be washed out. Anything and everything can be washed out. That is the significance of the change. And that's how the last note with the CEO of the Nokia wrote, that we did nothing wrong except the fact that we didn't realize the change which was happening. We didn't realize that the technology is changing very fast and will change us if we do not change up front. We didn't read the writings on the wall, and the topic which has been kept for today's program is out of that writing on the wall. And that's how I, as a student of computer science but having my hobby and in literature, my passion as literature, say that इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है. इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, फिर भी परेशान क्यों रहता है? क्योंकि हम अपने आप को नहीं बदलते. And that's how a great poet Bharati said that. उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और मैं आईना साफ करता रहा. When I'm saying this, I'm reminded of the fact of 7 decades ago, in 1956, when John McCarthy coined the concept of artificial intelligence in one of such conferences in the United States of America. And when he coined this concept close to 7 decades ago, people started laughing that, oh, machine can think. Machine can emulate the behavior which the human beings are doing. Exactly the definition of artificial intelligence is how to make computers to do things better, which at the moment human beings are doing. When he coined this concept 7 decades ago, people were laughing. And as a student of computer science, I have taught this subject close to 15 years. And even at that time, students used to ask, my colleagues used to ask, क्या पढ़ाते हैं sir? इसका क्या फायदा artificial intelligence? Because the time when I used to teach, the data was not available in abundance, and now the data is available in abundance. and you can see the pervasiveness, the kind of ubiquity of artificial intelligence. You name an application and artificial intelligence is there. That's the kind of the change which is happening, and that's kind of the magnitude with which it is happening. So our technology, which 7 decades ago, people used to laugh, now is part of every one of us. Whatever applications you are encountering, whatever applications you are carrying, whatever device you are carrying, artificial intelligence is embedded in a pervasive manner in that domain. Having said that, I'm a strong believer of the fact that artificial intelligence at this moment, whatever in whichever way we all are realizing, will go much beyond and will become omnipresent in every walk of our life. That's the kind of the length and breadth of the artificial intelligence going to come. So I also want to congratulate the department for having chosen this theme of computational intelligence and data science. जो दो बड़े टेक्नोलॉजी के डोमेन थे, दोनों को एक जगह कैप्चर किया. I will speak 2-3 minutes on computational intelligence and data science. If we see, close to almost since last 1 decade, IBM Watson was very popular. And when we used to discuss IBM Watson, we used to say that the versatility and diversity of IBM Watson, having artificially intelligent processes available, which is enabling them to take decision and recommend solutions, was from almost your kitchen to code, and from smart town planning to maybe medical diagnosis. Many of the medical diagnosis were happening with the help of artificial intelligence. Now the artificial intelligence have come a long way ahead of that. That was a very simple application, and have come to a level that now we are talking that the advanced researches in large scale genomic sequencing, coupled with machine learning coupled with AI in general and machine learning in particular, are going to make CEO of our own health. For almost day-to-day problem, we may not need to go to any doctor. A small wearable devices can be sufficient of recording our behavioral inputs from the body, for chemical reaction from the body, and can give signal to us, can give signal to our family doctors, and accordingly some predictive measures can be taken, and we can be alerted well in advance that what is going to happen. At this moment, we are fond of carrying such kind of mobile phone, which we have migrated from a feature phone to a smartphone, having artificial intelligence. But wait 5 years down the line, the kind of the researches which is happening, particularly in the domain of augmented reality, virtual reality, and human-computer interactions, they are going to change absolutely the face, and possibly you may not need to carry any handset along with you. And more specifically, the cognitive science, which is going to be penetrated with artificial intelligence in a big way, will make it capable that at this moment that this smartwatch is capable of handling almost many of the features of the smartphone. Now a small wearable device, maybe a pen, maybe a button, maybe any other strip, will be sufficient to give you an interface of this mobile computing, and at that moment of time you need to only think, Professor Naseeb Singh saab se baat karni hai, and the call will be established, that what is known as a reflexive computing going to come up on the card. That's the kind of the length and breadth of the computational intelligence which is on the card and which is going to come before all of us, my dear friends. Having said that, now come to the data science, because unless there is a data, you need to process data to generate information, and then process information to generate knowledge, and then process knowledge to generate intelligence. And I say one more level of the pyramid, that process your intelligence and make it as a wisdom. So now we have data in abundance. So data science ka kya kehna? And I always say that the discipline of data science has emerged out of the marriage of the computer science and the mathematics. And now Professor Naseeb Singh has very intelligently married computational science, computational intelligence with data science. When as a student of computer science, I look back prior to my master's degree, I was a student of mathematics. So I have a flavor of both mathematics as well as computer science. When I look back to around 3-4 decades ago, I compared data science as a simple discipline of pattern matching. But now from the specific subject boundaries of pattern matching, data science has come up to a level that now we are talking of predictive analytics. Now we are talking of prescriptive analytics. Now we are talking of descriptive analytics. Now we are talking of diagnostic analytics. And so much so that the people have started talking about cognitive analytics. That's the kind of the length of the breadth of data science which is coming. And it is not only like other subjects which remains in the boundary of the books or boundaries of the journal. if you see the day-to-day application of the data science, it ranges from a simple transport and e-commerce to education. It ranges from banking and finance to maybe kind of your manufacturing. That's the kind of the length and breadth of the applications of the data science. And so much so, to a very simple person, if he buys an airline's ticket, the data science and the computational intelligence embedded in that application helps him to suggest that book a hotel also. These are 4 choices. The data science goes to a level that if you, a simple person, he buys a mobile handset, immediately it suggests him that purchase your screen guard as well as flip cover as well, and these are the options available. That's the kind of the day-to-day application of the data science. So the topic which we have chosen is certainly a wonderful topic. Having said that this is all part of the changes. Unless we accept the changes upfront, possibly the environment will change us. And that's how I say, gone are those days when we used to say that the big fishes eat the smaller ones. Now the days have come. The new order of the day will be that the fast who keeps the pace with the changing requirement of the time will beat the slow. वो पुरानी बातें खत्म हो गई. Gone are those days when we used to say that if you are considered as educated if you can read, write and speak. That's what the definition written in the government books, right? But the new definition of educated people in 21st century in digital age is absolutely different, and that definition is learn, unlearn and relearn. We started teaching C programming languages where we used to say that whatever data you wanted to use, define it, declare it early, and then only you can use it. Now we have started teaching object-oriented paradigm where we say no need to define and declare data early. Whenever you use, define and declare there itself. That's a kind of paradigm shift. And now we are talking of scripting languages where we say that there is no need of algorithm, there is no need of any other process. You have to be non-algorithmic and non-SQL kind of environment. So learn, unlearn and relearn. That will be the new order of the day. With this note, I wanted to say you that the kind of the changes which are happening, if you are not attending such conferences, if you are not connected with the peer professionals, if you are not connected with the peer researchers in the domain, possibly you will be left too behind. So need to keep pace with this requirement, and such conferences for such purposes are very, very important and is a welcome step. Having said that, as a student of computer science and that too professional program, now we have joined a race that produce industry-ready professionals. When I've also spoken almost 2 decades on this, right? But then I realized that if we only keep on producing professionals as required to this industry, yes, that is required. But in this race, we should not forget that the requirement of academia, requirement of universities, requirement of colleges, institutions are not only to produce industry-ready professionals, but to rather produce a good human being. The first order for all teachers should be to produce good human beings. Next, good citizens for our country. Good citizens for our country. And of course, third, in whichever domain we are working, for whichever subject we are working, in our own chosen area of the subject, we need to produce good professionals so that they can take up the challenges of the changing technological paradigm. So the order should be that good human being, good citizens, and then good professional. My request to all my senior teachers, my fellow colleagues from various institutions, that let's maintain this pace. This will only help us to go further. And the technology, few glimpses I have shared with you. I'm sure many of the very, very senior professors are here who will be shared with you in subsequent sessions. A huge set of applications. But I'm reminded of my own 2 पंक्तियों मुझे याद आ रही हैं. जब मैं आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस और डेटा साइंस की बात करता हूँ तो ये हमेशा मुझे याद आती है. और टेक्नोलॉजी के मुसाफिर, तुम्हें अभी बहुत दूर जाना है. टेक्नोलॉजी वाले कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होते, हमेशा अगले स्टेप की तैयारी करते हैं. तो वो टेक्नोलॉजी के मुसाफिर, तुम्हें अभी बहुत दूर जाना है. पत्थरों पे गुलाब खिलाना है और आंधियों में चिराग जलाना है. एंड दिस इज पॉसिबल विद द हेल्प ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एंड डेटा साइंस. Dear friends, I'm extremely privileged to be here with all of you. I can keep on talking like this as a teacher. Teacher को mic पकड़ा दें तो वो बोलना शौक होता है. लेकिन I'm aware of the paucity of the time and the subsequent sessions which are lined up after this. I had gone through the schedule. Professor Naseeb Singhal is very, very meticulous planner, and he ensures that everything starts in time, everything finishes on time. तो मैं ऐसा कुछ नहीं करूंगा कि आके किसी सेशन को डिले करूंगा. So would like to conclude on this note कि ये whatever the processes we are being exposed or we are part of this, for which we always like we take Ashirwad from our society and then we light this candle, is to bring us to the light, is to be from the darkness, is to bring us to the knowledge arena from the ignorance. एंड ये जो नॉलेज एरिना में लाना है इग्नोरेंस से और लाइट में लाना है एक डार्कनेस से, इसको 4 पंक्तियों में समझ किया है कि उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो. जब मैं उजाला कहता हूं या यहाँ पावर ऑफ नॉलेज की बात कहता हूं तो मैं अपने सब्जेक्ट की नॉलेज की बात करता हूं कि पावर ऑफ नॉलेज एज इंटीग्रल पर्सनालिटी ऑफ ऑल ऑफ अस. सो अपने सब्जेक्ट की बात करता हूं और अगर ये नॉलेज हमारे पास नहीं है तो प्रोबेबली जो चैलेंजेस हमें सामने आएंगे वी विल नॉट बी इन अ पोजीशन टू फेस दोस चैलेंजेस अप फ्रंट. सो जो डार्कनेस है उसमें चैलेंजेस बहुत ज्यादा हैं और डार्कनेस को पोएट रात से एनालॉजी देता है. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस हमेशा सिंबॉलिक प्रोसेसिंग करता है, एनालॉजी बेस्ड प्रोसेसिंग करता है रादर देन डिस्क्रिप्टिव प्रोसेसिंग, राइट. सो उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो, बड़ी दूर तक रात ही रात होगी, मुसाफिर हो तुम भी, मुसाफिर है हम भी, किसी मोड़ पे फिर मुलाकात होगी. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, sir, for such inspiring words and captivating lecture. It's a proud moment when Professor M.N. Hoda, sir, wants to present the international journal he published to our Professor Rajveer Singh, sir, Vice Chancellor, MD University, and the proceedings of the conference he just recently conducted. Kindly join me in appreciating the moment. Now it's the most prestigious and awaited moment to release the conference souvenir cum proceedings. This is the moment which will keep in records the tireless efforts of the whole team, the delegates, the authors, in a proper shape in the form of souvenir. Thank you so much, sir. Now the time has come to witness, to listen, and to experience the guidance, the knowledge from Professor P.S. Grover, sir, who is a determinant, focused intellect, and he can never relax on chair. They relax by word, they sleep with a dream, and come with commitment and work towards goal. So with these words, I'll request Professor P.S. Grover, sir, to guide us and our students too.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Professor Rajveer Singh, Vice Chancellor, MDU, our chief guest, Professor M.N. Huda, Professor Rajinder Singh, and other dignitaries, my friends in front of me. I'm so humbled कि मैं क्या बोलूं, आप उठेंगे क्यों? सब्जेक्ट के बारे में तो हुडा साहब ने खूब अच्छी तरह से एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, बता दिया, एंड वी रियली एंजॉयड. मैं आपसे ये शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि जब ये डिपार्टमेंट शुरू हुआ था तो मुझे ये प्रिविलेज मिला नसीब और इंजीनियर के साथ काम करने का. हम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में थे तो उन दिनों रोहतक से दिल्ली के लिए कोई कन्वीनियंस नहीं होती थी, बस होती थी बहादुरगढ़. उसको हम कहते थे दिल्ली टू बहादुरगढ़. ये लोग पहले यहाँ से बहादुरगढ़ जाते थे, बहादुरगढ़ से ये दिल्ली जाते थे. माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इमेजिन the constraints and difficulty through which these two young men rose. फिर ये मेरे साथ संडे को आए, लेकिन वर्किंग डे को रात को 7 बजे पहुंचे। 2 घंटे हम बैठते थे, 9 बजे फिर ये वापस चलते थे। तो इन हालात से निकल के, और फिर एक और चीज, जब मैं आता था तो यहाँ पर जैसे हमारा एक कर्सी होती है, चाय वाय पीना, कोकोला पीना, तो यहाँ की लोग इतने अच्छे थे, जो इनका स्टाफ था, तो वो गिलासों की कमी होती थी, नॉट अनलाइक दिस, 1 या 2 गिलास होते थे यही। तो ये वो भी बड़े इनोवेटिव थे, मोदी साहब, वो जग में कोकोला डाल आते थे और सबको थोड़ा थोड़ा देते। देखिए, चाय की ये इतनी मोटिवेटिंग चीजें हैं कि इस तरह के हालात से निकल के, इस तरह की डिफिकल्टी को फेस करके यहाँ तक पहुँचना एक बहुत बड़ी रिमार्केबल अचीवमेंट है। अच्छी तरह चीजें मिलती रहे, सभी बढ़ते हैं। मुश्किलों से निकल के बढ़ना एक बहुत ग्रेट फील होती है। उस वक्त डिपार्टमेंट में भी छोटा सा हेडेक कमरा, ये मैंने इसलिए किया, आपसे शेयर किया कि मुश्किलों से निकल के उठना एक बहुत क्रिएटिव होता है। और इन लोगों ने पहले तो किया था डिप्लोमा, फिर किया पीएचडी, और फिर इन्होंने इस ट्रेडिशन को जारी रखा। अब इनके स्टूडेंट आज मिलने, इन्होंने अपने स्टूडेंट को मिलाया, उनके स्टूडेंट को मिलाया। मैं इसको लेता हूँ, मैं कितना फॉर्चुनेट हूँ कि मुझे इस तरह के अच्छे अच्छे स्टूडेंट मिले, राहुल ऋषि जो कि मुझे इस तरह मोटिवेट करते रहते। आई हैव स्टार्टेड माय करियर एज ए फिजिक्स स्टूडेंट, स्विच टू कंप्यूटर साइंस, and now I am working in human values and higher thinking skills. आप कहेंगे ना, कनेक्शन ये है, Mr. Buddha has already given you a hint that we are doing so many things, but human values are not giving importance. So I am focusing on human values, higher thinking skills, and neuroscience, which brings us to the brain. And when we apply all these things, then we find that whatever we are doing is already provided to us, nature has given us in our brain. We need to develop that. In order to develop that, we have to recognize that. Education is very important. Now, education you are doing, but what is the relevance of that has been also emphasized. Now, we are living in an age of artificial intelligence, where so many things have been said by Professor Huda. Rather than repeating myself, I would just want to ask you, you have all read and heard about ChatGPT. Have we ever thought of what are the challenges that this is giving us? It is a product of application of artificial intelligence, computational intelligence, and data science. And it has opened such a wide field, especially, that they have promoted this in the schools. Now they are asking, there are much more challenges for the teachers. They are to interpret what are the knowledge being generated by ChatGPT. We have ChatGPT 4.0, and for ChatGPT how much data was required? About 45 terabytes. 45 I think. Right, more than that. And the data science that you are facing, it is the outcome of social media. Social media is giving us data so much every day in terms of that we need to infer that. In order to infer that, artificial intelligence will be very important. And there are many challenges here, and those challenges are being generated and created when we think of what are the possibilities of this computational intelligence. For example, how it can help us to improve our learning, how it can help us to improve our reasoning, and so on. So, by making a choice between computational intelligence and data science and presenting it in the form of a, let's say, research, in the form of survey, in the form of courses, in the form of conference, is a very big contribution is being carried out by the department, and for the welfare of the student. Because the future generation of employment, maybe education, maybe your life will be dependent on the outcomes of applications of computational intelligence and data science. And chatbots in PGT, GPT, you will have seen how it's coming up. Not only that, our Google, our Microsoft, they have built these intelligences into their search engines also. So we are facing it every day. We are going to come across these developments every day, and I'm sure this kind of interaction, this kind of meeting will help us to know more and more about it. And I'm thankful to Dr. C. Bill, Jinder Singh, and others for the opportunity of spending few moments here, meeting the students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those golden moments which we all have lived someday and won't be possible for us to live without this information you shared with us. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we rarely get this golden opportunity to witness words of wisdom from an influential personality, the visionary leader, champion of change, and creator, who is among us as chairperson, the chairman of this conference, chief guest of the conference, Professor Rajveer Singh, Vice Chancellor, Maharishi Dayanand University. So may I have this opportunity to welcome Professor Rajveer Singh, sir, for his words of wisdom and guidance, blessings to all of us.
Very good morning to all of you. Mr. Grover, Mr. Ahoda, Mr. Naseeb Singhal, and Mr. Rajendra Chilla, and all faculty members, my dear research scholars, and students from the Department of Computer Science, invited guests, friends from media. I have been coming to this place almost every day. It has become kind of a ritual for me to preside over or be the chief guest. In a way, the system has made me the jack of all trades, but master of none. But today, I witnessed the two masters of the subject. Mr. Huda made my job quite easy. And adding to that, Professor Goa has made it more simplified. So simple a person, really down to earth. I think they have not left anything which I would like to share with you. For the first time, I have seen a person with the science background, so lucid and so fluent, so command over language. Even I, being a student of literature, then turned to journalism. So Huda is far excellent competency to express the knowledge in that. So my compliment to Mr. Oda and at the same time compliment to Mr. Naseem Singh for inviting such a luminaries for this national conference. No doubt, the artificial intelligence or the computational intelligence backed by data science, it has transformed everything. You see, the way of life we are living, the way we work, these signs have changed the entire landscape of working environment. Be it health, finance, marketing, security, everything. It has changed. A lot of potential. As Professor Oda and Professor Goer has pointed out, the best is yet to see, I think. Best is yet to see. We will witness lot many further application of artificial intelligence, computational intelligence, with the availability of more and more data on each and every aspect of life. Hence, these kind of workshops, seminars, they provide us an opportunity to interact with professionals, industry people, academicians, researchers, to share the ideas, to share the latest development in the area. And Professor Oda has rightly pointed to learn and unlearn and relearn. Professor Alan Toffler has rightly pointed out, the illiterate of 21st century would not be the person who cannot read and write. It will be those persons who cannot learn, unlearn or relearn. I'm sure you are here to learn, unlearn and relearn. Through the legendary people, through different academicians, different professionals. I would appeal you all who are present here, especially the students, not to be a passive listener. Be active, dare to question. That is the way to learn, to analyze, to process whatever you have in your memory. Because the artificial intelligence or the computational intelligence is about processing, analyzing, and putting into practice the application of those analysis and creating a kind of a model which can be replicated by others. That is the computational science.
So Oda has rightly pointed out that we have so much focus on producing industry-ready people. That is a fact and that should be there. But at the same time, the focus should be on the basic research in the subject. And these kind of conferences would motivate each of you for the basic science research in the area. Sharing your research with the professionals or with the senior people and getting feedback on the same so that you can improvise or you can improve upon the same. So take the benefit of these people, and I would request all the experts to have an interactive session with the participants. That will give the opportunity to come out. तो मुझे मालूम है कि बहुत बार जो है ये कॉन्फ्रेंसेस जो है रिचुअल्स ही रह जाती हैं, वो चीज ना हो. I'm sure Professor Naseeb Singh Gill and the entire team, they must have taken note of that. We normally witness these kind of conferences, inviting papers, compiling them and bringing out a good document out of that. Normally after that even we don't read that kind of paper. That should not happen. The students must get benefit out of it. And as I said, the artificial intelligence or the computational intelligence has entirely changed the landscape of human living. A lot of benefit out of it, but at the same time we have to ensure the ethical aspect of the use of the artificial intelligence. It should not be detrimental to the society. It should be for the larger, to serve the larger interest of the society. So let me again thank Professor Grover and Professor Vada and all invited speakers for sparing their valuable time for our students, for our faculty, for us. And let me compliment Professor Naseeb Singh and the entire team of our Department of Computer Science and Application for organizing this wonderful conference. I see the huge response, not only in terms of the number, but in terms of their involvement. I can well learn from their faces that how involved they are. So my great compliment to all of you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so very much, sir, for your inspiring words. मैं किसी से बेहतर करूं क्या फर्क पड़ता है? मैं किसी से बेहतर करूं क्या फर्क पड़ता है? मैं किसी का बेहतर करूं बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. And these words actually personify our respectable, honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, whose decisions, whose policies always for the welfare of the community, students as well as for the faculty. So thank you so much, sir, for every decision you take in the benefit of the community. Now it's time to express our regards, our gratitude to all the dignitaries present on the dais in shape of the mementos, and for the laureates, may I request Professor Rajpreet Singh, sir, Vice Chancellor, Maharishi Dayanand University, to present a memento of regard to Professor P.S. Grover, sir. Professor Rajpreet Singh, sir. Now it's time to express our gratitude to Professor M.N. Hoda sir, and for the laureates may I request Professor Rajbir Singh sir to present the memento, the token of regard. Now it's time to express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Professor Rajbir Singh sir, Vice Chancellor, Maharishi Dayanand University, and to the laureates may I request Professor Satish Malik sir to present the memento and express our feelings to Professor Rajbir Singh sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now may I request Professor Rajendra Singh Chilla, sir, mentor, a guide, a support system for all of us to express the vote of thanks to the dignitary. Professor Rajendra Singh Chilla, sir.
Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, dear delegates, respected faculty members, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. It's my pleasure to express vote of thanks to this very special occasion, National Conference on Computational Intelligence and Data Science, being organized by Department of Computer Science, DCSA, and by Chaudhry Ranveer Singh Institute of Social and Economic Change. Thank you. These two words is a prayer which cannot be seen or touched, but it can be felt by heart. It's my privilege, it's my pleasure to express vote of thanks. And first of all, I express my gratitude and sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Rajbir Singh. He is always motivation to the university. He is very dynamic and visionary Vice Chancellor. Under his guidance, MDU has achieved a lot. We have A+ grade NET, and definitely next year, definitely we will get A++ under his dynamic leadership. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence in sparing time to grace this occasion. I am also very thankful to Professor P.S. Grover, our PhD guru, and the mentor of the department. So, Professor Grover has contributed a lot to the department. From very beginning, he is a mentor, and from time to time, he has contributed a lot and guided the department for the upliftment of the research and the academic activities. I am also thankful to Professor M.N. Hoda, my friend, and nowadays he is known by IndiaCom person, IndiaCom man, because IndiaCom he is organizing every year, that is renowned internationally, and he is a very large network. He is a very good speaker also, as you have seen today. He speaks so well, as pointed out our Honorable Vice Chancellor also, and we have a long relationship with Professor M. Hoda. From time to time, he is guiding us and motivating the students and faculty in different areas. Thank you very much, sir, for spending time and grace the occasion. I am also thankful to Professor Rajanji, Director, Chaudhry Ranveer Singh Institute of Social and Economic Change, for his financial and academic support
to organize this conference. I am thankful to all the invited guests, head of the departments from different universities who are here to chair the sessions, various sessions, in the technical sessions after the tea. So I am very thankful that they spare the time for this occasion and they come from far places from different universities. So thank you very much to all of you, sirs and madams, to grace the occasion. Thank you very much. I am also thankful to Professor S. Man, Professor L. Howard, Dr. Sandeep Steve Malik ji, Dr. Sumit Gill, and all the deans and heads of the departments who have supported this conference a lot, and definitely their support will help us to make this conference a grand success. Thank you very much to all of you, sir. I am thankful to the media, especially Sri Sumit Mukherjee and Sri Pankaj Nainji and all his team for the coverage, nice coverage of this conference. And I am also thankful to our media partner, Bharati channel, who is covering this complete conference and making the video package also. And I request all the students to register this channel, and definitely they will get the live coverage of this channel, of this conference. So thank you very much, Professor Huda, for this gift to the DCSA department. Thank you very much, sir. Such kind of conferences are not organized in a day or two. A lot of hard work is required. So I am thankful to the organizing team, all the faculty members, organizing secretary, convener, joint secretaries, co-conveners of the department, headed by Professor Naseem Singh Gill, head of the department, that they work day and night to make this conference very successful and to share the conference in this particular very impressive way. So thank you very much to all of you for your efforts. I am also thankful to our dear students, volunteers, technical team. They also helped day and night to make this conference very, very successful. Thank you very much, all the dear students. Last but least, I am very, very thankful. Special thanks, my big thanks to all the delegates who have come from different places, different universities, and without their cooperation, without their presence, it was not possible to save this conference. So thank you very much to all of the delegates who have come from different places. Thank you very much. So if there is time, you have spent millions to us today. So once again, thank you each and all to grace the occasion. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you very much.
ख्वाहिशें नहीं है जिंदगी तुझसे, बस अगला कदम पिछले से बेहतर हो. So by keeping these words, this Guru mantra with us, may I request you all and invite you all for a high tea break. And later on, after the tea break at 12:15, we'll be starting with our technical sessions. In parallel, 5 tracks, track 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 4.1 and 5.1. And this is based upon the tremendous response we got from so many renowned authors in the term of their paper publication. So first of all, thank you so much for showing this interest. And after that, you will all be having all the details regarding the track details, paper IDs with you and your internal session co-chairs. So thank you so much, and I invite you all for having the tea break. Thank you so much.